I cannot believe I'm about to do this. Here we go. Alright guys, so I'm on my free-to-play account here, and I'm going to be showcasing Elegaius in the live arena. I did build my Elegaius to rank 6, level 60. I started working on his masteries, and here's where his kit is at right now. So I'm going to take you through his kit, what I put him in for gear, and how much masteries I have on him. So I ended up putting him in a stun set. So stun set, I felt like doing this because he can remove buffs. So 75% chance of removing 2 random buffs, also has a 75% chance of decreasing all enemies' turn meters by 20%, decreases enemy turn meters by further 10% for each removed buff. So if he removes 2 buffs, it's very, very helpful. And also if he removes the buffs and they have no buffs on them at all, he could place a stun on them, very similar to Mighty Uko can do with his ability to remove buffs as well. So if you paired him with Mighty Uko, it would be kind of insane pairing, but we'll see what I'll end up pairing with when I get to live arena. He also has a block active skills here, which is really nice, and then the chance increases for every 0.75%, or it says the chances increase by 0.75% for every 1% of HP that this champion loses. So if he's down to 30% HP, you just multiply that by however percentage of HP he's lost. So say 70% times 0.75. And then for this attack here on the A2, attacks one enemy, puts the target skills on cooldown, also places a block buffs for 2 turns, which is kind of nice, but it's not amazing. I wish it was an attacks all enemies. That would have been a lot better. If the enemy team has duplicates of the target champion, it will also put their skills on cooldown and place block buff debuff on them as well for 2 turns. He also has accuracy in all battles by 60, which is not bad. I don't have a blessing on him, unfortunately. His skills are not maxed. This is level 4, level 2, level 3. So I still have some bookage to put in there. And then for masteries, I'm still working on his masteries. I'd like to go down to Eagle Eye to pick up some more accuracy to remove those buffs, chance to remove buffs. And then I'm going to go with Resurgent, probably going to go with Shadow Heal, into Delayed Death, and then into Retribution, because I want him to be able to counterattack and potentially lock out enemies with this skill to block active skills. So that's very, very beneficial. Now in total, his stats are here at 51,000 HP. Again, his gear is not fully maxed, so I have room for improvement here, room for growth. Once I max out his gear, it's probably going to be closer to 60,000 HP, probably like 3,200 defense, 240 to 242 speed. But if I put more glyphs in him, then he's probably going to get around 250 speed, 260 speed. And then accuracy will go about 420 or so, 430 with the Eagle Eye, which is going to be very, very helpful. You can also pair him well with an increased accuracy champion, and that can also benefit you as well. So maybe I'll try to do that in this video today for you. So let's get right into live arena. All right, so there's 39 minutes left of live arena, and I'm in bronze 3 still. I haven't been able to play in the past day or so. I've only done like maybe a couple battles a couple days ago. But yeah, so with live arena, it's gotten a lot tougher as well. There's a lot more players that are just really ridiculously powerful for me. So who knows if I'm going to end up getting many wins here. I'm going to hope to get wins with Elegaius, but it's obviously more challenging to get wins with a champion that's not fully geared with max gearing. He doesn't have full masteries, so on and so forth. So that can be a little bit of a challenge. You obviously want to get the most out of your champions by putting the best gear on them possible. And then, of course, everybody picks meta champions here as well. So that can be a little bit of a problem. So let's go ahead and put in Elegaius first. And I wonder what goes through people's heads when they see Elegaius. They probably just say, whatever, I'll just put in these meta champs. They don't really care, right? So I'm also going to put in this guy here. And, well, Yoshi, I could put an increased accuracy champ, but I could also put in my Mighty Uko for a revive, which would be helpful. And I may end up blocking his neck rip potentially, but I'm going to go ahead and put in Foley as my 3rd champion. Let's see what he picks. I'm assuming he's going to put in like a Warlord now, if he has that. Okay, no Warlord, but everybody has Polymorph. Every single person has polymorph, and that's a direct counter to removing buffs. So that's already challenging to begin with. So let's see what we can do here. We definitely want to place our own buffs. And so I'll place her. And then I need another damage dealer. I guess I'll go with Nishak. We'll go with Nishak for our last damage dealer here. Make myself a little smaller. What's he gonna pick though? Of course. Okay. So he ended up picking wonderful Rhodos. Everybody I face has a Rhodos, it seems like. So we are going to... He's probably gonna block my Foley. I'm just gonna block this guy here, Necrit. Oh, he didn't block my Foley. Okay. I'm surprised. I'm actually very surprised. So we're gonna have some struggles here though with our polymorph. He's going first as well, so that's not good. He's a lot faster. And he used the A1. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. He's gonna go ahead and cleanse. Actually, I'm going before his Pythion, so let's put his Pythion skills on cooldown. I wasn't able to do it, so if you weak hit, you cannot put skills on cooldown, which really sucks. So this is going to be probably a loss for me, unless I can take out... Well, he's going to kill me because I have decreased attack too. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a loss. He did survive. Elegaius did survive there. But, yeah, we're going to end up losing here, unfortunately. So that's kind of a pain. I really was hoping to get the putting the skills on cooldown on Pythion. I think that's a big problem, is that when you're facing enemies that are your negative affinity against, it just doesn't work out. So his skill kit is okay, but it needs to be like unresistible. I really feel like the block active skills should be unresistible because it's only on one enemy. So it's kind of annoying. They need to definitely give him a buff for sure, because Pythion is definitely a direct counter. Polymorph is a direct counter. I don't know what they were thinking when they thought of bringing in Polymorph and just making the arena so toxic like that. I just think that's ridiculous. Or they need to start bringing out champions that can basically supersede Polymorph, and whatever skills they have does not get affected by Polymorph at all. But I just think Polymorph is just a toxic, very toxic blessing. That's all people use. They use Stone Skin and Polymorph, and it's kind of a pain. Let's be honest. And Warlord. Everybody has a Warlord I'm facing all of a sudden. So let's see. Because I don't have the meta champs, it's really hard to showcase. So maybe I can go faster. Hopefully. I'll probably take out his Warlord. I do not want to go against that. Let's go ahead and put in my second Duchess. Let's see what he does. Hopefully he doesn't have a Tormund. If he has a Tormund, then I'm kind of SOL. He has a Trunda though. Yeah, we're gonna take out Warlord. I do not want my skills to be locked. Okay, that stinks. They're gonna be faster. So more than likely they're gonna have a fast Duchess, or if it's slow, then we'll take a turn and we can hopefully lock the skill cooldown. No, she's fast. I knew it. Okay. Most people have fast Duchess, so this could potentially give me a chance of hitting them with this ability right here. So this is the Ghost Rage, attacks all enemies, 75% chance of removing 2 random buffs. I did book it up a little bit, so it has an additional 10% to 85%. Let's see if we can remove anything and stun anybody. All right, no stuns, but we were able to remove both the buffs. So what we're going to do now is we're going to bomb. We're going to hope that we can bomb Trunda and bomb Stultus. That's kind of the goal right now. So Trunda's going to take a turn. Stultus is going to take a turn. And the goal is to have them fade away here. Now, obviously, I could just straight up nuke right now. However, I think I'm going to wait. The reason why I'm waiting on the nuke is because, well, I could just kill him now, honestly, but I kind of want to use his other ability. I want to use his other ability, which is to block the active skills or put skills on cooldown. So if I lose this, it's only because of testing purposes. We'll chalk it up to testing purposes. So Stultus, he's not going to kill me, and he's going to end up dying anyways. He's going to revive, put the strength in. That's fine. All right, so now we can use this ability, Dead Stop, okay? And it should go through everything, right? Here we go. Boom, resisted. So I do not have enough accuracy. So even with all those buffs, the Dead Stop should go through everything, which it did, but unfortunately I don't have enough accuracy to be able to place the Dead Stop. That's kind of a pain, so I need to have like 500 or 600 accuracy on him. That's another issue. And I think it would be most beneficial if I brought in a champion that could increase the accuracy of him. So now we're going to go ahead and just nuke. Alright, so he took out Trunda. Looks like he got a attack and just killed my Foley. Let's see what he does now. Okay, so he's going to do that. That's fine. Just going to A1. All right, so let's see what he can do with the Stultus. I mean, he's going to have to attack my Duchess at this point. I just don't really foresee him doing anything else. Yeah, he quit. So I figured I was going to win that one. So not bad. Good win there. One in the books, right? We got one in the books with Elegaius. First one's a loss. Second one's a win. Maybe we'll try to use Duchess a little bit more often. And if they end up stopping or removing or banning my Duchess or my Arbiter, it's either going to be I'm using a really fast champion or I'm using a slower champion, but a little bit more tanky. So we're going to first start off again with Elegaius. Where is he at? And I may just skip through here just to see what they actually pick for champions. Because a lot of people, again, they end up picking Warlord, Yumeko, and that's all I've been facing recently is like Warlords and Yumekos, and it's been kind of a pain. I also faced Taurus teams and they just absolutely demolish. So let's see, we want to do the 2 damage dealers. Necrit, a lot of Necrits out there too. All right, so he's got a pretty good champ here. So I'm going to end up blocking Warlord. We're going to get Warlord out of there. And who's he going to ban? Probably Arbiter. Oh, wow, he banned my Foley. Interesting. So he has a lot of faith that his Arbiter is faster than mine, which he probably could be. He probably could be. I'm not a very fast Arbiter person here, so my Arbiter is very slow. Yep, he's fast. He's much faster. But is he... Oh, wait. He's faster, but he's not speed-tuned at all. So I could end up stripping and putting stuns. Alright, so I stripped everything, but no stuns. That's unfortunate. But now we can place the bombs, and then we can try to detonate the bombs to 1 turn. There's 1 turn here, 1 turn, and it's over. The game is over. Sayonara. C'est la vie. Let's go. Boom. Blow up. I'm putting it on auto, by the way, so the rest of it is done. It's history. He can't go through these shields. There's no way. He's praying to God right now. Yeah, he only got 1 kill. Then we come back with the block buffs, counterattack. Not bad. Or that wasn't even a counterattack. He just used his regular ability. So, yeah, that wasn't bad, huh? Not bad. I do like Elegaius for being able to buff strip. He's a decent champion. I just don't think he's like super meta or anything like that. But he can strip the buffs and then land stuns. I just haven't seen that happen in a little while. I've seen it happen. I definitely have seen it happen since I've used him, but it just doesn't happen very often because it's only 18% chance. Now, if I decided to go down the defense tree for masteries and use a mastery, I don't remember what it's called, but there's a mastery that you can utilize to give an additional 5% chance to land your skills or debuffs from the artifacts. I could do that. So it'll boost the stun chance from the artifact set to a 23% chance rather than an 18% chance to land. So I could do that in the future. I'm just not sure if I want to do that or not, because he also needs some more accuracy, and Eagle Eye just sounds like a good thing to do, because you need to be able to remove the buffs before you can place the stun. And a lot of times they have buffs like block buffs debuff, or block debuffs buff. So if they have a block debuffs buff out there, you have to remove it before you can place a stun. Now if they're just in a basic bolster set, then it doesn't matter. I don't need to remove buffs at all, but I still attack all enemies to try to place the stuns across the board. So we'll see what happens against this team right here. I'm probably going to end up getting rid of his Arbiter, and he's going to get rid of my Arbiter most likely too. But if he places the bombs on me, they may detonate, so I got to be careful. All right, so he's got 3 damage dealers. I'm just going to take out their Arbiter, and we'll see what happens here. My only issue here is that Gaius the Gleeful has those bombs, so if he places the bombs on me and puts me to sleep, that's a problem, especially if he's faster, which he is. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can do a stun. We got 1 stun out there. Okay, not really what I was hoping for. And he was able to place the block debuffs buff, which is also not good. 2-turn Stone Skin on his Duchess, which is not good either. He's got the stuns across the board. Yeah, this is not looking like a good one here for me. Yeah, this isn't looking so good. The one good thing about Elegaius is when these bombs go off, it shouldn't kill him. At least I don't believe it will. So it should proc his passive. So let's see what happens. Is he going to try to attack Elegaius? Okay, so that procced his passive. Now he's going to die from the bombs. That kind of stinks. So now the bombs are going to go off, and he will end up possibly dying. Okay, he's taking a lot of turns too, so we're clearly not fast enough here. Yeah, we're dead. All right, so we ended up dying. Oh wait, we ended up losing. All right, so our revive was on cooldown, which really stinks. So that was a tougher team, unfortunately. So if I can't take a turn at all, and they're just gonna cycle through the turns like that, it's gonna be very difficult to showcase. Who do I want to get rid of? Let's get rid of Baron. All right, so they've got 1 damage dealer in, what's his name? The Green Skull Mishinaki. Let's see if we can stun anybody here. Not a single stun, man. That stinks. Kind of depend on those stuns a bit. Okay, can we remove anything? Yes. 1 turn, 1 turn. Okay, place the decreased defense. All right. This is... I think I'm still okay here. Let's go with putting her skills on cooldown. She resisted, of course. See, that's going to be the biggest issue, is not having enough accuracy. All the Duchess will resist. I feel like maybe Arbiters won't resist, because most people don't put their Arbiters with that high of resistance. But it's still going to be a problem for me, right? Because my Elegaius just doesn't have enough accuracy. Alright, so he just did some pretty big damage there. Let's try to heal ourselves here. And place block skills. Alright, so we got a stun. We didn't place the block skills. But it's good to take him out for 1 turn. Alright, he's cycling through his turns very quickly. Another petrification. Can we place some bombs here? Extra turn. That wasn't very good. We might end up losing this one. resisted. All right, we're going to go ahead and back out of the battle because we're not going to win. We're just going to lose over time. But I think ultimately he's just not that strong. Elegaius is, he just got a buff, but the buff was so insignificant. He needs to have a doubled AoE. He needs to have 2 AoE abilities. This needs to be converted to another AoE, attack all enemies ability. This needs to stay the same, attack all enemies. And this passive needs to be fixed, because if he gets hit with a double hit, right, by Trunda or any champion with a double hit on their A1 or A2, first hit then procs this passive. Second hit kills him, outright just kills him. So the passive needs to be updated where any hits, 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, it just needs to proc when he's going to die, I guess. I mean, I guess it's hard for them to put this in to make it work like that, but I guess that makes sense. But at the same time, it's like pointless because he's just going to die. Maybe he should place a block damage on himself. Maybe it should be add a block damage, like prevents this champion's death, heals them, places block damage, okay, and the shield. That's what it should be. It needs to place block damage or unkillable as well. So it's got to be one or the other, block damage or unkillable. And then for this, I mean, it's an okay skill, but it's just not that powerful. I think that this should change to be like cannot be resisted. If this was changed to cannot be resisted, this is changed to an AoE, and this is changed to places a block damage or an unkillable to prevent him from dying from that stupid double hit that Trunda does or any other champion, then he's going to be a lot more viable champion to utilize pretty much anywhere in the game. And he'll be a lot better in Hydra as well because of the block buffs. He'll be able to place it on all the Hydra heads. So, and then they can just change it so that also places, you know, duplicates. You just change it. Just take this out. Take this out. Just keep this. Put the skills on cooldown. Puts the target skills on cooldown. Places block buffs. Keep it like that. Or change it to puts the target skills on cooldown for 2 turns and places block buffs. 2 turns. That's it. Or maybe 1 turn. Even just 1 turn is fine. And then just take out this second part. And then he would be a monster, but make sure it's attack all enemies, right? He would be a monster. I just don't see him benefiting a lot of accounts right now, especially in PvP and PvE. Well, PvE, he'll be good. In Faction Wars, he actually helped me beat stage 21 of Faction Crypts at level 50. So he doesn't need to be built to rank 6 for Faction Wars to stage 21. But at the end of the day, I just think they need to redo his kit entirely to make more sense. AoE here, take away the second part, do an AoE, make sure he places like an unkillable or block damage, and he'll be a lot better. Anyways, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of Elegaius, the showcase there. Obviously, he wasn't the best showcase in the world, but it was good based on what I had on my account, and plus he wasn't fully book or masteried, so keep that in mind going forward. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on a video soon. Peace.